Last week, myself and Alex toddled off to Sheffield to see Walking with Dinosaurs live and to eat a whole bunch of food. I was very excited about the dinosaurs, but almost just as excited about the food. On Thursday, the day we set off, we had toast for breakfast and then took a bunch of train snacks in our lunchboxes. The lunchboxes I got from Sainsbury's, they're BPA free. They hold a pretty decent amount of stuff. Do you actually pronounce this brand Naked? I'm not sure, or is it Knackered? We took their salted caramel fruit and nut nibbles, a Trek Toffee Triumph protein energy chunks, raw brownie and raw cookie dough nuggets, a Tesco crispy chocolate bar, some crunchy coconut sesame seed bites, and a whole bunch of olives. We really like olives, we eat olives a lot. As soon as we arrived in Sheffield, we were spotted by Jess, who came over to say hello and have a chat. It was really nice to meet you, Jess. And hello to all the people that messaged me and tweeted me saying, I think I just walked past you in Sheffield. Are you in Sheffield? Yes, I was. We were quite hungry when we got off the train. It was late afternoon, so we popped straight into a Sainsbury's local and picked up some sandwiches. There were so many different vegan options in there. The one I was drawn to and the one that ended up being my favourite of the ones I tried at least was the Indian chickpea masala sandwich. I think this is so tasty, so we grabbed some grub and headed to our hotel room for a little sandwich party. For dinner that evening, we headed to the Red Deer pub on Pitt Street, which has so many vegan options. I don't know that I've ever been in a pub with so many interesting vegan options as well. And it's a really cozy, nice, like relaxed feeling pub. It was a really nice atmosphere. We got the haggis pakora for starters. It's a mushroom and jalapeno mix in a crispy batter. I'm sure there's some other things in there as well, with a spicy Cajun sauce. These were Alex's favourite thing of the entire trip. They were so crispy, but they weren't greasy. It was like the best chip shop batter. The crunchiness was so satisfying. The first one that I ate, I absolutely loved it. The second one I think had more jalapeno in, and then my mouth was on fire. I can't handle a lot of spiciness, so that kind of overdid it for me a little bit, but it was still tasty enough that I didn't really mind that my mouth was on fire. For our main meal, we got the southern fried tofu with sweet potato, salad, some slaw and some sweet corn slices that were covered in a really nice like coating of spices. I don't know what it was, but the sweet corn chunks were actually my favourite thing. I was slightly disappointed in the tofu. It was really hard. I think it might have been a bit overdone. The sweet potato was nice, the slaw was really nice, the tofu was just really hard, and then I was stuffed, but I was determined to try the dessert. So we ordered the brownie and we shared it, and it was very tasty. For breakfast the next morning, we had more of these Sainsbury's on-the-go sandwiches. I tried the Mediterranean vegetables one and Alex tried the super greens. They were tasty, but I still think the Indian chickpea one is the best. I'm just not going to wear lipstick this entire trip because I want to be able to get stuck in to my food. This trip is, I guess, primarily about dinosaurs, but almost just as importantly about food. Then we headed to the Burger Garden on Abbeydale Road. This is my favourite place we got food the entire trip. The entire menu is vegan. They have some gems like a hoisin burger, a mac and cheese burger, barbecue ribs, Philly cheesesteak sandwich, pulled pork sandwich, southern fried chicken. Everything sounds amazing and I wish I had enough time to try every single thing on the menu. It's a small, beautiful but down-to-earth place and you can really tell that this is someone's passion and love has been put into this. I went for the barbecue ribs, which came with a mountain of really delicious chips, but I just couldn't get through them all. And a little side of mac and cheese. The barbecue ribs were made from Satan? I never know if I'm saying that right. Satan? They're made from Satan. Alex went for the Philly cheesesteak sandwich, and on the side to share we got a bowl of the spicy mac and cheese. The mac and cheese was so good and so cheesy. I tried Alex's sandwich and that was fantastic as well, but the barbecue ribs were my favourite thing of the entire trip. I want to rewind time, I want to go back and I want to eat them all again and I want to savour it even more because they were just so tasty. I was just blown away by this place. I was completely stuffed after that meal and there was another restaurant that I wanted to check out later that day, so I knew I couldn't completely stuff myself, so I didn't get one of the freak shakes after eyeing them up on Instagram all day. Unfortunately, literally while we were there, they posted something about closing down. From the sounds of the post though, this isn't the end, so I really hope they come back in some way or another with more delicious food, and I wish them all the best. Then while we let our food go down, we checked out the National Emergency Services Museum, which was really cool and creepy sometimes. Then for a light dinner, because we were still pretty stuffed before we headed to the dinosaur show, we went to Church Temple of Fun on Rutland Way. So I'm not from around Sheffield, so correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a restaurant called Make No Bones, which was a vegan restaurant, and then this place integrated them into the Drop Dead clothing store site where I think they would manufacture and sell the clothes, and now it's a bar. You can grab food there. The sign out front says bar, arcade, eatery, tattoo, coffee shop. I don't know what it means by tattoo. There's some tattoo imagery around, so maybe that's what it's in reference to. There are about 3 or 4 arcade machines dotted around, and there were some booths in the wall that had, I think, PlayStation 4s in. It's very swanky and well designed inside. There's lots of very beautiful Christian imagery on the ceilings and the walls. The entire menu is plant-based. We went for 3 starters or sides to share. We got the avocado wings, the big dill fried pickles, and the Cajun shrimp. The shrimp was really nice and a bit bewildering because I don't know what they made it with. I kept meaning to ask them and I kept forgetting whenever I saw someone.
How do they do that?
What is that made out of? The battered pickles and avocado wings were really tasty, though the batter was slightly different to the Cajun shrimp. It was a sort of a thicker, doughier batter, very tasty, and I would get it again, but maybe not all that stuff together again, because after eating 3 sides covered in batter, I was all battered out. Then we headed to the main event, and just to make the show even more special, it's hosted by Michaela Strachan. She plays Huxley, the paleontologist, and a lot of people in the UK, like us, probably grew up watching her. She hosted a lot of shows about animals and nature.
This gorgeous creature is a lynx. They used to be very common throughout Europe, but sadly they were hunted for their fur and now are quite rare.
My battery on my camera started dying as soon as we got into the arena, but I did manage to get some awesome footage, and I will shut up now and let you enjoy some dinosaurs for a minute. How was that?
Oh, it's epic. It's the most epic thing ever.
Life changing. Front row tickets, so if I don't get roared at in the face by a T-Rex, I want my money back. Well, I more than got my money's worth. I was roared at in the face many times by many dinosaurs. It was epic and strangely emotional at times, and just one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. On the way back to our hotel, we popped into a Tesco Express to get some wraps for breakfast. The Tesco near us doesn't stock any of the on-the-go Wicked Kitchen range, so it was really interesting to see these and to try some. I also grabbed a tub of Halo Top peanut butter ice cream and watched an episode of I Survived on my phone while eating ice cream in my hotel room, because I'm on holiday and I'm going to eat all of the things and not feel bad about it. I had my wrap for breakfast the next morning and it was tasty, but I did find that a lot of the sauce kind of gathered at the bottom, so the bottom was just very drippy. It was tasty, but not my favourite. I'd probably try something different next time. And then we headed back and we grabbed some more of the Sainsbury's sandwiches for the journey back. Alex picked up the spicy pulled jackfruit wrap and I got another of my favourite sandwiches, the Indian chickpea masala ones. We popped into a Waitrose to get dinner for that evening because we didn't really have anything in the fridge for when we got home. We bought a couple of leeks, some Alpro cream and some soy milk to make cheese sauce, and the Yugo porcini mushroom and spinach ravioli. These are so tasty. It feels strange calling them ravioli because I've always just called them pasta parcels, but I've been waiting so long for some vegan pasta parcels to hit the market. I used to eat them all the time. They're some of my favourite things. We also picked up some of the new chocolate torts for dessert, which are super duper tasty, as you might imagine. I chopped and fried the leeks for about 14-15 minutes. Alex made vegan cheese sauce and we used some of the Daiya cheddar cheese, which is my favourite cheddar cheese that I've tried so far, and I'm so glad that it's widely available now in Sainsbury's, even if it is out of stock a lot of the time. Just look at this delicious gooey yummy goodness, and to top it all off you get to lick the cheesy spoon clean. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know if you have tried any of these options, if you've been to any of these restaurants, or if you could only try one, what one would you like to try? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye bye!